Welcome everybody to episode 3 of Ganking for Azeroth. Or Ganking for Azeroth. Jesus, this is our name and I can't even get it right. Ganking Azeroth,
Cut.
which is a podcast for all things Blizzard. However, this week we're not going to be talking really about anything Blizzard.
Nope.
Because this is episode 3 and it just happens to be our E3 special.
It is. And as you were talking about before with Blizzard, nothing has literally happened except for like one thing. So
Yeah, and we got to spread out our content, otherwise we're not going to have anything to talk about next week.
exactly.
So it's a real problem. Uh, but
That's what happens when everything is just there.
right, real quick, before we get into our E3, what did you do this week? And wow, anything fun?
Uh I did nothing. I played my druid today for about a half hour. And I did some emissary quests because you get the what is it, the boosted rep. So I did a couple of those for the reps I need. I only need Tortolin and the Storm. What's it called? Stormwake?
Yeah, Stormwake,
Some,
something or other.
something like that. We should probably know this, but something like that. So I just did those emissary quests, and that was it.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I did some mission tables on my main, and then I finally got my mage to 110 and got the heritage armor,
Which
and
looks awesome, by the
it
way.
does look great. It does, and that is all I did. I probably put in all of maybe 2 hours this week. Very dull week in the world of Warcraft, I must say.
Yeah, I didn't even play Diablo this week. Just haven't had a chance. Was busy. So
Yep. So since nothing happened with Warcraft, I guess we'll just get into our E3 special. Getting into this E3 news here, we went ahead and we got 25 announcements that we thought we would talk about here for E3. Once we get through these 25 announcements, we have a couple other things that we'd like to discuss as well. So,
yes,
uh, all this information was gathered from the internet, so you may have seen it other places. But so, without further ado, we're going to get started here. Uh, Xbox. Oh, the next Xbox, codenamed Project Scarlet, will launch in holiday 2020.
which
So,
seems kind of quick because Xbox One came out. I don't know, maybe it didn't come out long ago. It just seems like it didn't come out too long ago, like only a couple of years ago.
yeah, it's Xbox One isn't really that old, and they just announced that they're coming out with a new version, like an all digital version.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, with technology changes and everything, I guess a new one doesn't. People are building new computers all the time. So,
Oh yeah, that stuff's all outdated almost instantly.
yeah.
Uh, but some of the cool stuff to read in this says Microsoft played a video announcing Project Scarlet, which is said to have many of the same features Sony previously announced for its next generation PlayStation, including a solid-state drive for vastly improved loading times and the ability to support 8K resolution and 120 frames a second.
8K
When
at
did
a
8K come out?
there's only a few TVs that have it, but I mean,
I thought 4K was still the big thing. I'm
it's
so far
crazy.
behind
I
in
know
'times.
8K at 120 frames a second is unreal in my mind. It,
It is like I
yeah, it's crazy. So basically, sometime this year, Project Scarlet, new Xbox coming out. Yippity doo dah.
I'm looking
Next,
forward to it, but I'm not because it's just more money that I don't want to spend.
yeah. Well, the good thing is I don't think it's going to change what we currently have. It's just going to be
Yeah.
like an updated version.
Yeah, true with AK. Yeah.
Yeah. So, moving on, we have a new Halo game called Halo Infinite, and it's set to launch with the new Xbox in the holiday season of 2020.
Yeah, we talked about this on our first episode. Like I kind of stopped playing Halo after like Halo 3. For me it was just kind of the same thing over and over again. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else. It's like you find a Halo and you fight the same exact people on them every time with an addition of like maybe one new person and I just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, I never got into those games at all. So people love them, but it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next we have Square Enix showed off the first footage from Crystal Dynamics' Marvel Avengers game, which will release in May 2020.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's. I haven't watched the video for it yet, but I'm assuming it's just Infinity War, or maybe all three of them.
Uh, I watched it. I don't remember if there was any story told in the trailer or not, but it looks good.
Yes, this
It
game
looks
will let you
fun.
play as 5 different Avengers: Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, and Hulk. But Square Enix says the game will get new content, including new characters and maps over multiple years. The company says all future content added to the game will be free, which is awesome, by the way, and no microtransactions. It sounds like, and there will be no loot boxes or pay to win scenarios, which sounds even
That
better.
that is huge. In
That is
my
definitely huge.
Yeah, I
So it's almost sounds like it's, which is something we're gonna be talking about a little later. It almost sounds like Ultimate Alliance, but this is just an Avengers version of it.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say yes. I agree.
Because Ultimate Alliance, you can have like Ultimate Alliance 2, you could play as Venom and Carnage and stuff. So you could, there was bad guys that you could play.
I'm gonna go with
Oh,
I agree. I think that's where it's gonna be.
this sounds actually pretty. I'll have to watch the video on it. Like I said, I haven't had much time this week to do anything, but um,
Right.
this sounds amazing.
So yeah, let's move on to the next game since we got a lot to talk about. Cyberpunk 2077. This is a very anticipated game. It was announced last year at last year's E3. We got nothing. This year we got an April 16th launch date, and it was announced by Keanu Reeves, and everybody lost their minds over it.
Yeah, I like turned on Twitter and everything was just about Keanu Reeves, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" So,
Yep.
um,
So I have a little trailer here for us to watch. So let's go ahead and we'll bring that up here. We'll give that a watch.
V, my man, you made it. You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
I just want the money.
You got the chip? All right, start her up, Bug. Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up? We gonna be with you in a minute.
What?
Oh, come on, man. Your neck, it's a mess.
While hotel security has yet to comment, we do know the suspect seems to have fled the scene.
Initiating combat mode.
Go!
Destination confirmed.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Alright, in and out, bitches! We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie! Jack? Oh, shit!
No. Okay, get to a clinic now.
Mr. Wells' condition is critical.
Go!
Immediate medical
It's gonna
help
be
is
okay.
required.
Just hold on. Hey, just think about all the good shit we're gonna have, huh? I'm sorry.
I was trying to get fancy, it didn't work.
Take the fucking chip decks.
Every corporal cop in this city's gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this cocksucking attention, damn it.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Okay, that trailer looks freaking amazing.
It does. So we're just gonna throw us in here. So you told me a screen share. Well, my screen share turned into what you saw from my camera. So there you go. No screen
Okay.
share this week.
Okay, yeah, you didn't get a screen. I didn't screen share it. So yeah, that looked freaking amazing. I'm stoked. I want to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but it looks kind of like humans with like cyborgy
Robots?
attachments and robots and Keanu Reeves and woo, it's a party. It's time to party. Yeah. So I guess that's it for that. I mean, there's not much to say. Until
It's just a trailer.
we play it and maybe get like a real long gameplay thing. So, moving on here. Next up, we got Nintendo. Jeez Louise. Nintendo announced the sequel to Breath of the Wild.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting here. So, without further ado, here I'm gonna. Yeah. There's that. Bring this trailer over. I think we're watching this one. Are we watching this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's only a minute and a half.
I don't know who the dead guy with the eyes is.
I have no idea either.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
It looks good. I'll have to play it. Yeah, I'm so far behind in the times. I haven't even played the first Breath of the Wild. So
Yeah, me
who
either.
all those people are, I have no idea. I'm
Me
assuming
either.
that one was Zelda, and then the other was Link. Yeah, but I have no idea who.
I watched
that
a lot of
guy
people
was.
play it, and the game looked freaking amazing. It was one of those, oh, I want to play it, but I play WoW every day, so
Yeah, that's my problem.
you know.
I play WoW. That's a bad. Well, it's not a bad game, but it's bad, right? And I can be playing all this other stuff.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot of good games because of WoW, unfortunately.
The last 9 years of my life.
Yep.
So sad.
So the next game here we got is the new Star Wars game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's a story-driven game.
I cannot wait to
It
play
looks
this.
amazing. There's a 13-minute video of the actual gameplay online. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, if you just Google Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gameplay, you'll find it. The game looks amazing. I cannot wait. And yeah,
Yeah, one of the coolest things I saw, it was on like a little like 20-second trailer type thing I saw on Twitter, was like he could stop, like the stormtrooper shot, he stopped it and then moved him in front of it and they killed him. I was like, oh my god, it's amazing.
yeah, it looks freaking amazing.
So yeah, it looks really good. And the guy who plays, oh, what's his name? Oh, I have it written down here. Of course I don't have it up. Cal Kestis is actually the guy that played Ian from Shameless.
Yes, I noticed that too. Yes.
I don't remember what his real name is, but yeah. So if you like Shameless, that's the main character.
Yep.
It's neat that they're going like Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk, he's in Star Wars. It's neat that they're taking real life people and putting them into video games.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't become too much of a thing, where like actors start acting for video games.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset if I saw The Rock in every other video game like he is in
Yeah,
every other movie.
yeah, The Rock, or like I'm trying to blank what that person's name is. Anyways, I guess we'll just go on. We got a ton of stuff here to talk about. So the next game, Square Enix showed us some gameplay footage of its new Final Fantasy VII remake. It's going to be released on March 3rd, 2020, so just a little over a year away.
Yeah.
I never played much of Final Fantasy, so
I've seen a couple speedruns of them, but I mean, everybody was really excited that they remade 7 out of all of them. So
yeah.
I'll have to take a look at that game a little bit more in the future here.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about that, but a lot of people were really excited about this. So, next game, Watch Dogs Legion, the third game in the series, is coming out March 6th, 2020.
That's another game that I've never played, and it's the third one of it.
Yep. I think this is the one that had to do with the cell phone, right? They used the cell phone, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I watched a lot of people play it on Twitch, but it was one of those games I wanted to play and never got around to it. So.
And it says it's an incredible, ambitious title that will let you control any character in the game, including little old ladies.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Little old ladies.
That's another one that's out of my element.
Yep. All right, next game to talk about here, we got Gears 5, which is Gears of War 5, the 5th installment. September 10th launch date, so that's coming up pretty quick here.
It's definitely coming quick. I can't wait. Like we were talking about in the first episode, Gears of War is one of my favorite games. It's like one of my favorite first-person shooters too.
It's sad to say I never played much of that one game either, but they always look fun. Like it's like, oh man, I want to get
definitely.
It's like I want to get in on and play this shit. But
you should definitely play it if you've never played it. It's good.
Yeah, I'll have to work on it. So we got a trailer here to watch, and let me bring this bad boy over.
They attacked, and we lost everything. Everything except the need for revenge. This might look like a surrender, but it's not. It's an invasion.
Yow. That is freaking
That looks really good.
crazy. That looks intense.
It is. Like I said, you gotta play it if you've never played them. They're so much fun. I'm gonna have to finish my playthrough of the fourth one here. I'll have to do it on Twitch.
Yeah, I might have to try out that game. My goal for the rest of this year is to play more other games. Like,
Yes.
not so much WoW. I mean, with Classic coming in August, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But I'm going to try real hard.
Yeah, I definitely want to start branching off into other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait for that one.
Nope. The next game we got here is called Elden Ring. The creators of Dark Souls and the creator of Game of Thrones are working together to make a game. Then they have. That's about all we know, other than the trailer.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing because it's like, so you got George R. R. Martin, who's great at telling stories and usually pisses people off in the end with who he kills. Then you got the creators of Dark Souls. They did Sekiro and Bloodborne, so you know the
Yeah.
game's gonna be extremely hard, and you're gonna have 1,000 deaths in a playthrough.
Yep. So I have not seen this trailer, so I am excited
I have
for
not
it,
either. I haven't seen any of these yet.
and I'm dragging it over right now. Get this
All right.
going. Oop. Standby one. We are lagging out here.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Come on, computer. There we go. We're up and running.
I doubt you could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring. Shattered by someone or something. Don't tell me you don't see it. Look up at the sky. It burns.
So that's Elden Ring. Yeah. The thought of it looks really good. It sounds really good. I hope it is. I hope it is as good as we think it will be.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I haven't met anyone that doesn't like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Hopefully that game lives up to the name of Dark Souls and Sekiro. Bloodborne.
Yep. Uh, the next one is Outer Worlds. It's a new
Yeah,
game. Oop. There we go.
I was just gonna say it's a
Go
new
ahead.
role-playing game from the original makers of Fallout. It has October 25th launch date. So
Okay. We got a trailer for that one too.
yes, we do.
The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient structure history has ever shown us.
Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of colonial life. The colony must never lose faith. That is what the board provides. Security in a senseless and chaotic world. This is Halcyon. The furthest colony in the galaxy, proudly owned and operated by corporations. Everything we have, everything we are, we owe to them. They are always with us. No one has ever gone against them. But a stranger has just arrived. Someone who's challenging the corporate board. Someone who's digging up their secrets. Someone who could be a villain or a hero.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me.
Or a psychopath.
Oh, my time to shine! Good luck!
I suppose time will tell, but no matter who this stranger chooses to be, the Halcyon colony will never be the same.
The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine!
So that's the Outer World.
It actually looks really good. I kind of want to actually play that one.
Yeah, it has the Fallout, like Fallout 3, Fallout 4 feel to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's got that, but then it's also got like the art style of I can't remember what that game's called. It's gonna drive me up a freaking wall. Like the old timey like 70s type look.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that game? You were playing it for a little bit. Oh, what the hell is it called?
I don't even know. I don't remember.
It's about like it's got like the dead, like there's like 4 little dead girls or something like that. You can save them or you can kill them, but then they're protectors. That guy with that big like helmet and he's got like a
BioShock.
gun. BioShock. It looks like a BioShock type setting, but on a different planet.
Yeah.
They didn't have kind of like that weird 70s type look.
It did actually.
That actually looks really fun. I can't wait. I might actually buy this one and play it.
Yeah.
That looked really fun. Never played Fallout, but that one looks good.
It does look good. I agree. The next game on our list is The Witcher 3 is coming to Nintendo Switch. For me anyways, that's no surprise as most games are going to all 3 consoles nowadays anyways.
Yeah. Except for this game's kind of old, so I haven't played any of the Witchers, so it must be really good if it's a game from like
I
4
haven't played
years
The
ago
Witcher
coming
either,
to Switch.
but I know people love The Witcher, so I think this next one on our list is probably my most anticipated one.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite game
Yep, the Nintendo Switch remake of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening will release on the Switch on September 20th. It is a complete remake. It looks to be the same game, however, with 2019 graphics.
I'm literally just gonna buy a Switch for this game and one other game, but this game is like when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm buying a Switch. If I spend $400 and just play this game, I will be happier than ever.
Yep.
I cannot wait for this. It's childhood all over again.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. Here we go. And without further ado, I'll just drag over this trailer and we'll get started on the trailer here.
Anda.
Super stoked
I
for
actually
this
got
game.
I got goosebumps watching that. It looks so amazing.
Yeah. And I forgot
Um,
that there's they added the dungeon maker to this where you could
yeah,
take parts of dungeons and put them together and play them. That's pretty
yeah,
neat.
it looks really cool. So I had some stuff written down here, actually, kind of what was said.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to read it or not.
Go right ahead.
All right, so it says Link's Awakening. So it's had the release date, what, September 20th, I believe it said in the video. Um, yeah, September 20th. While announcing the release date of the hotly anticipated reimaging of the Game Boy Classic, Nintendo took the chance to share some details regarding the game, as well as more hints as its retro-leaning soundtrack. Specifically, this version of the game will feature a dungeon building mode, the first of its kind in Zelda game ever. Players will be able to capture screens from the dungeons within the game and use them to connect together to create whole new dungeons for other players to master. To master. It's currently unknown exactly how players will share these dungeons with other players or whether they'll be able to experience them together with players. However, why else would you have such a feature be made available other than to share? Let's see here. 1 second. There don't seem to be any other major changes in the Link's Awakening formula in terms of how it's played. Expect to be able to mix and match item combinations like you could before, as well as cord goofy monsters and characters from across a range of Nintendo franchises. So, like in that game, if you've never played it, you get Chain Chomps from Mario, and then this is the same game you've played from the Game Boy, only much prettier and now even deeper with the new Build a Dungeon mode. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is available to pre-order now on Amazon for $60. EU is 47 EU dollars, and whatever AU is $87. And you also can get an amiibo figurine of Link. The game will be available this year as well, but the exact release date for that and pricing is unknown.
Cool.
I cannot wait. Like I said, I am literally buying a Switch for this game. When I saw this before even the other game I'm going to talk about comes out, when I saw this, I was like, I'm buying a Switch
Yep.
just for this because it's childhood.
Yep. I agree. I can't freaking wait, man.
I can't wait. Can't wait for like even all the old music. With like the little acorns that give you power ups and stuff. I can't
Right.
wait. I could talk about this game for hours.
Yeah. But moving on here, Microsoft Xbox Studios has acquired Double Fine Productions, the developer behind Psychonauts and the coming Psychonauts 2. If you watched E3, they had a little Psychonauts 2 trailer. It's not really a game that I'm into, but visually it looks good, and people were excited, so it must be a big deal.
Yeah, it must be. I watched someone play the first one, and like I said, never played it. Never got into it. It looked fun, so we'll have to see how this
Yeah.
goes in the future. Maybe it'll be something we play. So
The next thing we got here, Microsoft unveiled a new version of its Elite controller. Series 2 has an internal rechargeable battery that is meant to provide up to 40 hours of play on a single charge. It'll also have Bluetooth and its own charging dock.
Hmm.
I know
probably a $200 controller.
I know custom controllers are like a real thing that you can get, and people like to do it. So if this is your thing, great. I mean,
Yeah,
personally, I'm fine with my little this one that came with the game. So
yeah. These ones, like I know someone who's got a buddy of mine's got one, and like the joysticks, it feels like it moves farther than the other ones. It's a completely different feeling if you've never had one or played with them.
never
So
had one. So
and then it's got like extra triggers. There's like a third set of triggers that's underneath, so it's just and you can map everything to do whatever you want.
neat,
So yeah,
cool.
but it's probably going to be like $200 plus because I know the one that he had was I think it was like 150 or something like that
Wow,
for just a controller. So yeah,
interesting. Next on our list, Nintendo has a new Animal game. Nintendo has a new Animal Crossing game coming out, March 2020. March 2020. So, I know my wife really liked the Animal Crossing game. We got a trailer here to watch, so I'm gonna bring that over, get that started.
Your attention, please. The Nook Inc. Getaway Package charter flight will soon be arriving at the deserted island.
So that's Animal Crossing. If that's your jam, it looks like
it
it'll
looks
be
like a
good.
nice chill game, like a
Yeah,
relaxing.
it's a little cozy game. I mean,
I
they had
played.
a
I don't know if it was an Animal Crossing one or if it was a different. I don't know if they have multiple versions of it, but it was like when it was like, "Do you want to farm your father's land? Yes or no?" And if you hit no, the game was just done. It was just like start over. So I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's Animal Crossing, but
Is
yeah,
that
no, it looks like a nice
there was
chill
one for
little
your
game to play
phone they came out with a while
for
back.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing on your phone. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see here. The next thing, Ghostwire Tokyo is a beautiful looking action game from the creators of The Evil Within. Is that on our oh, that is on our list here. This is on our watch list.
Is the Evil Within? Is that like one of those horror story games, like where it's like jump scares?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Me either, and it's sad because
I'm so stuck in the WoW world that I'm trying to get out of it that I don't know.
yeah. So it's like everything's all new. It could be a 20-year-old game that's new.
Yeah.
because we're in the WoW world.
Everything within the last 10 years is new for me. So
Same.
all right, I'm gonna drag over this trailer here. I have not watched this one yet either. So
I haven't either.
Don't fear the unknown. Attack it.
so that is Ghostwire Tokyo. I would like to see some gameplay of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little lost on it.
It looks
Never playing
looks
any of
freaky
them.
as hell. But yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
some gameplay.
little spoiler alert: all those people got killed by Thanos.
Yeah, it was all Thanos. Disappeared.
It's taking over games.
Let's see here. Next game, Gods and Monsters, from the makers of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's going to be here on February 25th, 2020. I have to say, every time I see 2020, I'm like, oh man, it's so far away. And I was like, oh wait, this is 19.
Yeah, we're
So,
what,
all right.
almost halfway through.
I
Yeah,
got
I'm
to.
kind of excited to watch this. I haven't seen it for this one, but I love Assassin's Creed. It's also one of my favorite video games. If you never played it, definitely gotta play them. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yep. All right. You got a trailer here. See if I can get that over here. There we go. Okay. El Playo.
When heroes need help, they turn to the gods. When gods need help, they turn to you. Gods and Monsters, available February 25th, 2020.
So that's Gods and Monsters.
I wish they had a little more to that.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the same thing. But it looks cool.
It looks good. And if it's made by the people that made Assassin's Creed, it's most likely going to be a good game because those are all amazing. I haven't played one I haven't liked yet.
Yep, I agree. Moving on here, we have Ori and the Will of Wisps. It's a sequel to the original Ori in the Blind Forest game, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest.
February 11th release date. I have to say that the original Ori looked very, very nice. I think this trailer probably will have it look pretty nice too.
Yeah, the graphics were really cool in the first one. It's another game that I haven't played. I've watched it speed run once. Yeah, I don't really know what it's about, but
all right, if my
watch the
computer
video.
agrees with me here, we'll watch the trailer. Here we go.
Did it agree with you?
Yep, we're going. That game looks beautiful.
Yeah, it actually looks really fun. That might be one I have to take a look at more in the future.
Yeah, I wanted to play the first one. It's just one of those games I never got around to.
Yep, the WoW overlords took over, and everything goes on hold.
Yeah, the Blizzard overlords.
Yeah, Blizzard overlords.
The Activision Blizzard overlords.
And it's so hard because like I always see games. I'm like, man, I want to play that, but I can't because I play WoW and Diablo and stuff. You know, it's hard breaking that because if you feel like you're gonna miss out on something,
that is the truth.
But then you miss out on all the other stuff for 3 other consoles come out and you can play.
I will say it's probably saved me a lot of money playing WoW. For as only playing that one subscription fee instead of $60 times 4 every month, for 4 games. So, but back before I played WoW, all I played was Madden. So, I mean, whatever.
And seeing back before I played WoW, I would sit here and buy all these games. So, and then you got me hooked on WoW, and look where we are now.
Yeah, now we're stuck. Next game on our list here, Banjo-Kazooie. They're being added to the Smash Brothers.
Which is awesome. I love Super Smash Brothers. I like fighting games. I haven't played this one yet, and I don't think I played the last one. The last game I played, or Super Smash Brothers I played, was for GameCube, which I believe was Melee. So I don't know if this one's after Melee or not. I honestly don't. But they're definitely fun games.
On a side note with this, the hero from Dragon Quest is also being added to the game as a playable character.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's just like a little guy. Yeah.
He's like a little knight with a sword, right? Like a really skinny guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I do know who that
is. Let's see here. This next game we have here was very highly anticipated. It's all people were talking about before E3 started. They're looking for an update from this game. Doom Eternal. and it has a November 22nd launch date. And I have a trailer, and then we'll touch on it.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
Man, it is just freaking intense.
Yeah, it looks really good. So the first one, though, I wish I. It's another one of those I saw it and I was like, oh, that's neat, and I didn't buy it. Yeah, no, that looks amazing. I just remember Doom back on the day where we had it for the computer or something, didn't we?
I played it for the computer, yeah. Next game on the list is Deathloop. The only thing I got about this game is that it is a mind-bending game from the creators of Dishonored that revolves around two rivals who seem destined to kill each other.
Sounds like a good story.
Yep, I'll start that trailer up right now. It's made by Bethesda, or they had a part of it apparently.
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison.
Whoa.
Out here,
we're
trapped.
We're free.
In this endless, eternal cycle.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
My life's purpose is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
the only way to break this cycle
is to kill you. Time is on my side.
So this game looks really neat. I do have to say that when games start dealing with time and the way time works, I get a little sketchy about that. But that's just me.
And I have to honestly admit, I was a little distracted during that one. There's a mosquito flying around the house and trying to kill it.
Yep.
So
It's that time of year.
Yep.
Frickin' mosquitoes.
Cannot stand them.
Nope. Let's see here. The next on the list we have Microsoft says it is letting you play your Xbox games anywhere thanks to a new remote play feature starting this October. That is cool.
How I don't what do you just bring the Xbox? Like what do you
Right.
log it up through your phone and
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what
I'll have to
there's.
look into that a little bit
I
more.
shame on me for not doing more research on this one, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, take it anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
this was I think what we were talking about in the first episode. So I remember them saying something like you could play these games on your phone somehow. So
Yeah, I hope I'm able to play my Xbox games on my iPad. That would be awesome.
we'll
Awesome.
definitely have to keep an eye on that and see what
Yeah,
happens.
for sure. Next thing on the list, Ubisoft announced its own game subscription service called Uplay Plus. For
That's
$15 a
interesting.
month, Ubisoft will grant you access to over 100 games in its library, including all of those games' downloadable content. The feature will launch on September 3rd and will also work with Google Stadia next year. Which is kind of funny because you have to pay to use Google Stadia, and then on top of paying for Google Stadia, you're going to pay for Ubisoft. So you're paying for two subscription services to use a game. How
How
messed
much
up?
is the Google Stadia? I missed
Uh,
that if he said it.
I did not say it. I don't remember. I'm sure it's not very much. I'm sure.
I mean, think
Let's
about
see.
it this way though. For $15 a month, what does that come out? You can play over 100 games.
Google Stadia is $10 a month.
$10 a
So $20,
So
$25 a month, you can play an Ubisoft game if that's your service. That's the
yeah, so for $25 a month for 12 months, it's $300. Um, it comes out to like $3 a game, which
yeah,
is it's a deal, really. I mean, for 25 bucks you get 100 games. I'm assuming they're
maybe
going to be big name games, you know.
maybe.
Well, it says Ubisoft will grant you access to over 100 games. So,
Yeah, it's just.
or you get the
I mean, if
I
you
don't
have,
know really what this is, but
it's like Netflix, but Ubisoft only. So like with Xbox, Xbox has Game Pass, right? And there's tons of titles in Game Pass. And that's like $10 or $15 a month, whatever it is. So, no, just
it's still
basically,
$15 a month for 100 games. I don't think that's bad. So if you're like a huge Ubisoft fan, I mean, that's amazing.
yeah, if you're an Ubisoft person. And it's on Google Stadia as an option. I'm assuming you don't have to use Google Stadia to get it. It'll just be there. So, and the last thing on our 100% we're going to talk about list is Bethesda is working on a new game streaming tech called Orion. Bethesda says Orion will help people stream games at high quality even if you live in the middle of nowhere or if other people in your house are, in quotes, sucking up all the bandwidth. It's still early for the service though, so we have no idea when it will be ready for public consumption or how much it'll cost. I feel like
I'm gonna put that to the test.
I'm curious. I want to see what this is. I don't understand. Like, you need bandwidth. What? I don't get it.
So, well, this is perfect because we can actually bring the computer back to my house and we can test the crap out of this. I almost swore I had to stop myself
Yeah.
because my internet is the worst ever.
Yeah.
I pay for a 5 megabyte upload, download, and I don't know what my ping is. And if I get a 1, that's lucky. So it says if you live in the middle of nowhere, or if other people are sucking up your bandwidth, or I'm assuming I don't have bandwidth because my internet company sucks. You can still stream games at a high quality. We're gonna put that to the test when it comes out.
We are gonna put that to a real big test.
Yeah, we're gonna stress the hell out of that because I want to see.
Yeah. So other than that, that's our list. You got anything else you want to chit chat about?
Yeah, there was some stuff on here that they didn't mention that I think is gonna be really good.
Okay.
I don't know if you have the same thoughts at all.
Go ahead.
So some other things that they did announce, which I didn't know they had more than one of these. Luigi's Mansion 3 has a new trailer in a release window. Um, I didn't know they came out with the second one. I've seen the first one played in speedrun. It actually looks really fun. It's a game I want to play. But they didn't talk about that on this top 25. I don't know if you have anything to say about that one.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and I want to play it, even though I haven't played the other two. But since I have a Switch, it's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the first one looks really fun. Like I said, I just haven't played it. Moving on from that, Pokemon Sword and Shield again. I don't know why they didn't bring that up because Pokemon's like a big, huge name. So
Yeah.
we talked about that too in the first episode. That's got a release date of November 15th, 2019 for everybody that's gonna play that.
Yeah, that's huge.
And then
That's on the list of stuff to do.
I just hope in this one I haven't watched anything but like the 3 starter video, like that one video that they dropped. I just hope the Pokemon aren't as bad as I don't even know what gen it is. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that where you have an ice cream cone Pokemon and a keychain Pokemon.
Yeah, that's kind
And
of
another
silly.
really bad Pokemon that's called Chandelier. That's literally a chandelier. I think
Yeah.
it's like they're running out of stuff, but if they're that bad, I don't think I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll have to look a bit more into that because those were just really, I think, poorly designed. So we'll see.
Yep.
And then moving on from that, Super Mario Maker 2. I don't know why that's on there. That game is gonna be huge. Everybody loves Mario, and now you can make your own levels. You know, like in the first one with added stuff to it. So that's gonna be another.
It's weird how they're gonna
really
make
good
that a
game.
sequel. I don't know how you do that with a game like that. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, with this one, you can do co-op. I believe they have co-op feature now, which they didn't have in the first one. There's more items, more suits.
No. Because I mean,
So yeah,
at the end of the day, you're
but
still just you're building levels. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're making your own Kaizo levels or whatever. I don't even know if you know what a Kaizo is.
Not really. No.
So Kaizo is just someone that took Mario and made his own Mario. He
Gotcha.
basically, you know what I mean. Like, but he did like hidden blocks, and the games are extremely, extremely hard to beat when you play them. So, but yeah, so they didn't have anything on that. Another game that I'm really excited that's coming out that I'm gonna have to buy. It's also for the Switch. Didn't know this was for the Switch when it was releasing, so I'm definitely gonna buy that when I get Zelda. But Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I played the first one. I loved it. I don't know how many times I had beaten that game. I never played the second one, so I'm gonna have to do that as a playthrough here one of these days. And then definitely looking forward to buying this one.
Nice.
I have a little bit of what they said about us as the Black Order. Assemble your ultimate team of Marvel superheroes from a huge cast, including the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, and more. Team up with friends to prevent galactic devastation at the hands of the mad cosmic tyrant Thanos and his ruthless war masters, the Black Order. Let's see, they expanded your Ultimate Alliance with the paid expansion pass, which includes upcoming DLC content from popular franchises like Fantastic Four, X Men, and Marvel Knight. It's going to release on July 9th, 2019, so not far away.
Not too far away. That's right around the corner.
Which this game is really fun. I'm assuming this game is kind of going to be like that Avengers game that we saw, but this obviously came out. I mean, it didn't come out before the Avengers, but it came out before that game. And I don't think you've ever played it, have you?
No.
So it's basically like you take a team of 4 people and you play the game, and you can pick anybody really. So in the second one, I watched a little bit of gameplay of it. They had like Venom and Carnage and some bad guys that you could play. So it's really fun. Like I said, I love the first one. The first one was great. So looking forward to this.
Let's see. There's a game I was kind of looking forward to. Blair Witch, it looks like it's going to be like similar to Outlast, it looks like. But it's one of those jump scary games that looks fun. I mean, it's Blair Witch, so it's going to, the story's at least there.
You haven't heard of Blair Witch since the second one came out, and which wasn't really much to talk about. Or in the first one, that was like a huge thing that kind of fell. But man, that was back in the 90s when that came out.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember.
been like when I saw this, I was like, "Holy crap!" Like they're going somewhere with this.
It's crazy. It's like, and then you think about it, it's like, what was everybody waiting for?
Yeah,
like this is a good,
like why is it 20
story.
something years later? Like I remember seeing. Did we see that in the theaters when it came out, or were we too young?
There was a Blair Witch remake in 2016. Why did I never see that?
I never even heard of that.
Is it
still with like home video cameras and stuff?
I just
googled
like
cell phones.
I googled it and it says Blair Witch 2016.
Huh.
So let me see. Original Blair Witch release date.
Wasn't it called the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah. 1999.
Okay.
July
90s.
16th, 19. Oh my gosh, tomorrow in 1990. So 20 years ago. Whoa, that's creepy.
I remember seeing that.
Whoa. Oh no, I lost my list. Oh, there's my list. Okay.
So I have a little bit about that. If you want me to read it.
If you want, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So it says Microsoft took a turn to their horror department with the introduction of the new game made in the Blair Witch universe. The game trailer presents horror style of Alan Wake or Condemned. I don't really know who those are. Using a lot of darkness and the aid of a flashlight to see both where you're going and where threats are. The plot seems to follow a man aiding authorities and searching for a missing 9-year-old boy named Peter Shannon. The protagonist wanders into the Black Hills forest and his dog named Bullet, and naturally the horrors of the Blair Witch catch up with him. A little else is revealed about the game. The protagonist has a flashlight and a camcorder handy, but the trailer showed no means of defending other than running away. So, kind of like the movie, basically.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of games that were announced this past week that just. So like for me, I'm just gonna start naming some off here. Like Battletoads looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on down, Borderlands 3, that's huge. Star Wars we talked about earlier. I'm a huge. I used to play.
I can't wait for Star Wars.
I played a lot of Madden in my high school days, so like Madden is always like, oh, that's so cool. I mean, I could keep going.
The Star Wars game. I want to read a little bit about this one also. So it's the guy you're playing is Cal Kestis. He's a former Jedi Padawan. And this happened. This game's in between. I think he says after Episode 3. So you were one of the lucky ones that escaped Order 66. It says the fateful time when the evil Emperor Palpatine executed Order 66, which saw the Jedi ambushed and killed by their fellow supporting clone soldiers. A few survived and forced into hiding, and that seems to include Cal, a youngster only partially through his training. Cal has been forced into hiding, working construction, trying to keep a low profile as the Jedi hunting Imperial Inquisitors continue to track down any remaining survivors. So it's kind of like. So you're playing what seems to be like a good guy. I'm assuming if it's a good Star Wars game, you will be able to choose if you can go light or dark. But I'm excited to play this. But it sounds like a different take on, because if you ever played The Force Unleashed, you were Vader's apprentice and his hidden apprentice, and you were actually executing more Order 66 stuff. You were forced to go out and kill people or kill remaining Jedi. So this is kind of like backwards, where you're the Jedi and you're trying to survive.
Yeah. Another game that stood out for me was Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just because you can just fly around in these really neat areas that you might not ever get to see. And
you remember
what really stood out to me is in the trailer for it, they flew over Meteor Crater in Arizona, which is where I was just there back in March
a
or
couple months
April.
ago.
Yeah. And it looked pretty close to the way it was, so it's pretty neat.
Fun thing was, remember we used to have these, and Grandpa always wanted to play it, and we could never
Yeah.
get it to work with
Yep.
the joystick because computers were impossible back in the 90s.
Yep. Gosh, there's just so many games. We could be here another hour just talking about games.
Minecraft Dungeons. I never got into Minecraft, but I know it's a huge game just with building stuff.
Yeah.
The Sims is still a huge thing. They have a new game coming out called Island Living. I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Looks neat. It's The Sims, so if you like playing The Sims.
Yeah, the Contra games are coming out on all
are
three
those
consoles.
Are those remakes or no?
I think they're remakes.
Man, I remember Contra back on, what was that? Super Nintendo, I think.
Yeah. Oh man.
Madden 20. There you go.
Yep, Madden 20. Yep.
You can go back to your day.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting an update.
I haven't played that one yet. I'm far behind on those.
I got that game. I gotta put it in. I gotta finish the other one too. It was just dragging and I wasn't having fun. I probably will never play it.
They're fun. Something I'm looking forward to, which I don't know if you're going to talk about this one. I might be jumping ahead of you. Elder Scrolls Blades. And it's going to be on Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android, which I actually just downloaded that game today. It's actually fun for a cell phone game. I know I was kind of bad-mouthing Blizzard with Immortals, but I played Blades today, and it was actually quite fun. The walking is just a little janky, if you ask me.
Yeah. What's neat is it's on the Switch, and I do know that it's like you can play on the Switch and pick up where you left off on the phone. So.
Oh, that's neat. So it's connecting.
Yeah. Yep.
Except for the only downside of it, since it is a cell phone game and Switch is microtransaction heavy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So kind of sad, but so far I've played it. It's kind of fun. I shouldn't say it's kind of fun. It is fun. I love the Elder Scrolls universe. I just wish it wasn't on the phone. So.
Yeah. Another thing of note here for me, Sega Genesis mini console coming September 2019. Mega Man, Earthworm Jim, Sonic the Hedgehog, Echo the Dolphin, and 35 more classic games. That's big. That's big.
It is. Yeah, that's probably gonna be one. I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more to see what else you get. But that might be one to buy. I can't wait for like a Nintendo 64 mini console and all that. That's something I'm gonna be excited about.
Yep.
And something else for me, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I have not seen anything about this yet, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. I am a huge Dragon Ball Z nerd. It's one of my favorite animes. So definitely looking forward to that. But I'm gonna have to definitely do some run it and see the gameplay and stuff.
Yeah.
And other than that,
I've got nothing else.
For Honor's coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. That's another game I haven't really played. Oh no, I lied. For Honor that's that like medieval fighting game that I wanted to. But it's already on Xbox One, PlayStation, so I don't. It's in the Ubisoft thing, so I don't know why that's there. And
I don't know either.
I don't know. It's made myself look like an idiot, but hey,
it's okay. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. And then they're coming out with Dragon Quest 2. I don't know. And then some of the Square Enix stuff, we had Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we talked about. And then there was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, and Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers.
Well, if you're a Final Fantasy nerd, you're getting your wish because there's a lot of news there. So other than that, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I don't. We talked about the big things that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
So
I got nothing. I guess as far as our next podcast, I don't know. We're gonna try. We'll figure something out for next week. Unfortunately, right now the WoW news is a little stale, and the Blizzard news in general is kind of stale. So we'll probably end up doing something. It might not be a full episode. It might be a little shorty, but it is what it is.
kind of what we did, what we played.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we talked a lot about 8.2 last week, and with it not dropping, there's really not much. And Diablo's still in season 17. So
And as soon as they come out with a release date for 8.2, I do know that we are going to do a deep dive episode on 8.2. But until we get a release date, I kind of want to hold off. So
yeah.
So that shameless plug time. What do you got?
Yeah. As always, I'm Rurruk Gaming or Sean. You can find me at Twitch at Rurruk Gaming. I actually just changed my name. I dropped the underscore. So you can find me on Twitch at that name, Rurruk Gaming on Twitter, and also YouTube at Rurruk Gaming, where the last episode.
Oh yeah, so don't forget to watch our episode 2 over on Rurik's channel. And this week's episode, for those of you that like the video stuff, that will be on YouTube over on my channel this week. Wayne the Pain. If you just go ahead and search YouTube for that. I don't have a custom URL, but if you search that, you'll find it. And I can be found at twitch.tv/Wayne the Pain and Wayne the Pain 1 at Twitter and on Instagram. So that's all I got. Right.
Same.
See you guys. Peace.
Later.